The hot summer weather has a lot of people thinking about heading up to camp for a quick getaway. That's what a couple in Oxford was looking for. But when they visited their camp that sits between Hogan and Whitney Ponds, they found trees cleared and a construction project underway. They believe it's all happening on area that is their property. News Center Maine's Caroline LaCour gives us a look at the dispute over property lines and what the town is doing.
Heading to their lake house in Oxford, homeowners David and Katie Clark expected a normal summer getaway. However, they were met with some unexpected changes.
Katie and I worked our entire lives for this piece of property.
Every summer since 2018, the Clarks have looked forward to returning to their camp on Caldwell Lane.
And then we came back in on June 13th, and our lot had been cleared and de-stumped.
Baffled at the site, the Clarks found a portion of what they consider to be their property now bare.
And obviously it has also destroyed our canopy of trees, which is in our privacy.
What sits on the property now is a wooden frame for what appears to be the start of a building, but not one the Clarks planned for their land. To find out who did this, David said he went to the town of Oxford and found a building permit signed just 3 days before with permission to build a bunkhouse.
Our property line kind of goes up sort of this way up the hill.
David says since the property is so close to the water, he has paperwork that indicates the land is protected. Because of this, the Clarks say they've been required to get approval through a town planning board to build themselves.
There was no planning board approval is the point. They somehow have bypassed that step.
The town of Oxford's code enforcement officer, Kingston Brown, says he received an application from a Michael Weiss, who believed the land was his property based on an earlier survey. After the town heard about the dispute, all work was stopped at the site.
I've done some math, and I think they took somewhere around 80 to 100 trees off our property. That doesn't include his property.
But with the damage already done, the Clarks say they're hoping for some closure after sleepless nights.
It's disrupting everybody's summer, you know. Nobody wants to see all these trees cut.
Now the code enforcement officer for the town of Oxford says they are now waiting on the results of a survey done this week to determine the property line. In Oxford, Caroline LaCour, News Center, Maine.